Do you often decide to achieve something big but end up abandoning it after a few days? Do you feel you have the potential but lack focus and discipline to make it happen? If yes, this audiobook isn't just a narration, it's a mirror that will show you your true self. This is a journey through a transformative summary of a book called How to Be Disciplined. It's a guide that can turn your biggest weakness into your greatest strength. In this audiobook, you'll learn how to break the habit of procrastination, how to gain control over yourself, and how to become a little better every day without exhausting or breaking yourself. So, don't stop midway. Each chapter holds a secret that might become the most important lesson of your life. Let's begin this journey, not to an end, but to a new beginning. Imagine this. Your dreams are big. You want to achieve something great. But when the time comes to act, your mind wanders. Sometimes you feel like using your phone. Sometimes you feel tired. And then, deep down, you think, if only I were a bit more disciplined, things would be different today. Most people don't fail because of their dreams. They fail because of the small habits that pull them back every day, waking up late, procrastinating on important tasks, overthinking, and then blaming themselves. The problem isn't that you lack capability. The problem is you're unable to control your time and mind. The goal of this audiobook is clear: to transform you into someone who gets closer to their dreams every single day, without laziness, without excuses. This book won't give you heavy, complex knowledge. It will teach you how to change your daily life with small, simple steps. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's a habit that can be learned and built. Whether you're a student, a professional, or planning to start something new, if you master discipline, you've already won half the battle. We'll talk about things that happen to all of us: wasting time, procrastinating, losing focus, and feeling defeated by ourselves every day. This audiobook will show you how to take control of your time, how to stop procrastinating, how to improve focus, and most importantly, how to keep yourself motivated even when you don't feel like doing anything. So, if you're ready to give your life some direction, let's start with Chapter 1. Discipline, the key to success. The morning alarm rings and you think, just 5 more minutes. But before you know it, those 5 minutes turn into 45. Your day starts late, followed by chaos, a long list of tasks, and by the end, regret. I didn't do anything worthwhile today. If this happens to you often, believe me, you're not alone. We all have a dream inside us to do something big, something different, to prove ourselves. But the biggest challenge is, we can't stay on that path. We decide we'll wake up early, exercise, or focus on our studies or work. But when the time comes, our mind says, not today. I'll definitely start tomorrow. This tomorrow is what keeps pulling our life backward. And this is exactly what a lack of discipline looks like. Discipline means making your mind do what's necessary, even when it doesn't want to. Until we learn this, no big dream can become reality. Discipline is the true key to success. Every great person, be it an athlete, artist, or business person, has one thing in common: an incredible grip on discipline. It's the force that guides us in the right direction every day. It's what pulls us out of procrastination and into action. And the best part? Discipline isn't magic. It can be learned. Discipline doesn't mean you become a robot. It means you take control of your decisions instead of letting your mind, laziness, or phone control you. Imagine if you did what's necessary for your goals every day, whether you felt like it or not. Could anything stop you? Number. But in reality, what happens? We make plans but can't stick to them. We set goals but get distracted after 2 days. We start tasks but leave them halfway. All of this happens because of a lack of discipline, and when we fail repeatedly, our confidence starts to break. But here's something to understand. Discipline doesn't come all at once. It's built through small daily decisions. So how do you bring discipline into your life? Start small. You don't need to adopt big habits right away. Just pick one small task, like reading for 10 minutes every morning or waking up without checking your phone, and stick to it no matter what. Make a rule and follow it, like no phone after 10 p.m. or I'll talk to myself for 5 minutes every morning after waking up. Treat it like a non-negotiable rule. Don't give space to excuses. Learn to ignore the voice that says, I don't feel like it. Your mind will try hard to stop you, saying, rest today, we'll do it tomorrow. But you need to respond, no, I'll do it today. This is true discipline. Ask yourself every day, did I do something for my goals today? If yes, pat yourself on the back. If not, promise to make the next day better. From slavery to freedom, this is the journey. Right now, you're a slave to your mind and habits. But if you show a little courage and do one disciplined task every day, slowly, that task will turn you into a free person, someone who can achieve anything in the world. Discipline also means understanding your limits and respecting them. It's not about punishing yourself, but about creating a balance where you grow without burning out. For example, if you're struggling to wake up early, start by setting your alarm just 10 minutes earlier than usual for a week. Small victories build momentum. Another tip, visualize your success daily. Picture yourself achieving your goal, how it feels, how it looks. This mental rehearsal strengthens your resolve and makes discipline a natural part of your mindset. Discipline isn't hard. It's just a decision you make every day. Every morning when you wake up, every evening when you finish your work, every time your mind says no, but you say yes. If you can do this, believe me, nothing can stop your life from changing. Let's move to Chapter 2. Time management. How to do more in less time. How did the day pass so quickly? I'll definitely start tomorrow, if only I had more time. These phrases have become part of our lives, and then at night, as we go to bed, we regret. I didn't do anything worthwhile today. But is it really that we don't have enough time, or do we just not know how to manage it? Today's biggest problem is staying busy, but ending up empty-handed. We keep doing something all day, scrolling on the phone, checking emails, attending calls, working on office or household tasks. But when the day ends, there's an emptiness in our hearts. The truth is, we don't do what's important. We just stay busy, and this is the biggest waste of time. Everyone has the same 24 hours. The difference is, some people create miracles in those 24 hours, while others keep waiting for the next Monday. Time management doesn't mean working every second. It means deciding what not to do and what's most important. 0824. Controlling your time means taking one step toward your goals every day, no matter how small. And this can only happen if you know how to start your day, protect your time in the middle, and reflect at the end. Imagine you have a wallet with only 24 coins, one for each hour. Now, where are you spending those coins? Are they going into scrolling on your phone, procrastinating, or overthinking? Or are you investing them where they'll give real returns, like improving yourself, learning something new, creating something, or working toward a dream? We often take time lightly, but time is our life. Every day, every hour, every minute is either pushing us forward or pulling us back. If you want your life to move forward, you need to learn to understand and manage your time. Here are some simple but effective tips to do more in less time. Plan your day every morning. Take 5 minutes after waking up to write down what you need to do today and which task to tackle first. Without a plan, your time will be wasted on others' priorities. Identify what's truly important versus what seems important. Many tasks feel urgent, like replying to everyone, answering every call, checking every update, but they're not. Only do what aligns with your goals. Learn to say no to the rest. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work with full focus for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer 15 to 20-minute break. This keeps your focus sharp without tiring you out. Block distractions. When working on something important, keep your phone away or put it on Do Not Disturb mode. Every notification you check costs you 10 to 15 minutes to refocus. Reflect every night. Take 5 minutes before bed to ask yourself, what did I do today that brought me closer to my goals? Then start the next day with that lesson in mind. These small changes will take you far. Lack of time isn't the problem. The problem is wasting time. Once you realize where your time is slipping away, you'll learn to save it. Remember, successful people don't do magic. They just do the hard things first. Let's move to Chapter 3. The habit of procrastination, how to stop saying, I'll do it tomorrow. How many times have you told yourself, I'll definitely start tomorrow? I'll start going to the gym on Monday. I'll enroll in that course next week. But then that tomorrow comes. That Monday arrives, and you're still thinking. Then you get frustrated with yourself. Why can't I do this? Am I the only one like this? Is there something wrong with me? The answer is no. You're not alone. Procrastination is a silent poison that slowly eats away at our dreams. It's not just a habit. It's a way of running from ourselves, our responsibilities, and our dreams. We know something needs to be done. We know it's important. Yet we say, not now, later. And that later often turns into never. Think about it. How many times have you thought of an idea and delayed it? How many times have you planned to learn something but gave up? How many times did you feel the fire to do something but never started? This is the real damage of procrastination. It slowly erodes your confidence. Procrastination isn't a weakness. It's a trick of the mind. Our mind wants to avoid discomfort. It seeks instant comfort and pleasure, like scrolling on the phone, watching series, or browsing Instagram. When we take on responsibility, the mind feels burdened and says, let's do it later. But this later is the real enemy. If you truly want to change your life, you need to turn later into now. Procrastination comes from 3 main reasons. Waiting for the perfect start. You think, I'll do it when I'm in a better mood, or I'll start when the time is right. The truth is, the perfect time never comes. If you keep waiting for the right moment, your life will pass by in waiting. Fear of big tasks. Sometimes a task feels so big that you don't feel like starting. How will I finish this project? Or how will I read this thick book? Your mind says, forget it, we'll deal with it tomorrow. But you don't need to finish it. Just start. Seeking instant gratification. Our mind says, let's watch some reels, or let's scroll on the phone for a bit. These things give us quick happiness, while real work requires effort. You need to recognize, are we chasing short-term fun that leads to long-term regret, or are we willing to endure a little discomfort today for a better tomorrow? Here are some simple tricks to beat procrastination. The 2-minute rule. If a task feels too big, just commit to doing it for 2 minutes. I'll read for 2 minutes. I'll exercise for 2 minutes. I'll write for 2 minutes. Often, once you start, you'll keep going. The start is the biggest breakthrough. Break tasks into smaller pieces. If a task feels overwhelming, divide it into small chunks. Instead of, I'll write a full report, say, I'll write just the headings in 5 minutes. Instead of, I'll clean the whole room, say, I'll just clean the table. Smaller pieces, don't scare the mind. Set deadlines for yourself. Give yourself a time limit like, I'll finish this by 6 p.m. today, and treat it like a promise you'd make to someone else. If you start keeping promises to yourself, nothing can stop you. Block distractions. While working, keep your phone away, turn off notifications, and keep your surroundings clean. Fewer distractions mean less procrastination. Reward yourself. Every time you complete a small task, celebrate. Eat something you like, take a 10-minute break, or just tell yourself, well done, you won today. These small wins build the foundation for big successes. Procrastination might feel good now, but it leads to regret later. Doing the work might feel hard now, but it brings pride and peace later. Every time your mind says, let's start tomorrow, tell it, no, let's do 2 minutes right now. This small change can transform your life. Let's move to Chapter 4. How to improve focus when your mind wanders constantly. Have you ever sat down to do something important, but 10 minutes later you're watching reels on your phone? Or you're holding a book, but your mind is elsewhere? Or you can't remember things because your focus is scattered? In today's world, a wandering mind isn't a disease. It's a habit. And until we recognize it, we can't do anything deeply. The biggest problem today is we can't focus fully on anything, whether it's studies, work, conversations, or relationships. We're always lost in something. Our phones, social media, memories, worries, the future, or comparisons. And in this chaos, the task at hand slips away. A scattered mind is like driving a fast car in thick fog. No matter how good the car is, you can't reach. These small changes will take you far. Lack of time isn't the problem. The problem is wasting time. Once you realize where your time is slipping away, you'll learn to save it. Remember, successful people don't do magic. They just do the hard things first. Let's move to Chapter 3. The habit of procrastination. How to stop saying, I'll do it tomorrow. How many times have you told yourself, I'll definitely start tomorrow? I'll start going to the gym on Monday. I'll enroll in that course next week. But then that tomorrow comes. That Monday arrives, and you're still thinking. Then you get frustrated with yourself. Why can't I do this? Am I the only one like this? Is there something wrong with me? The answer is no. You're not alone. Procrastination is a silent poison that slowly eats away at our dreams. It's not just a habit. It's a way of running from ourselves, our responsibilities, and our dreams. We know something needs to be done. We know it's important. Yet we say, not now, later. And that later often turns into never. Think about it. How many times have you thought of an idea and delayed it? How many times have you planned to learn something but gave up? How many times did you feel the fire to do something but never started? This is the real damage of procrastination. It slowly erodes your confidence. Procrastination isn't a weakness. It's a trick of the mind. Our mind wants to avoid discomfort. It seeks instant comfort and pleasure, like scrolling on the phone, watching series, or browsing Instagram. When we take on responsibility, the mind feels burdened and says, let's do it later. But this later is the real enemy. If you truly want to change your life, you need to turn later into now. Procrastination comes from three main reasons. Waiting for the perfect start. You think, I'll do it when I'm in a better mood, or I'll start when the time is right. The truth is, the perfect time never comes. If you keep waiting for the right moment, your life will pass by in waiting. Fear of big tasks. Sometimes a task feels so big that you don't feel like starting. How will I finish this project? Or how will I read this thick book? Your mind says, forget it, we'll deal with it tomorrow. But you don't need to finish it. Just start. Seeking instant gratification. Our mind says, let's watch some reels, or let's scroll on the phone for a bit. These things give us quick happiness, while real work requires effort. You need to recognize, are we chasing short-term fun that leads to long-term regret? Or are we willing to endure a little discomfort today for a better tomorrow? Here are some simple tricks to beat procrastination. The 2-minute rule. If a task feels too big, just commit to doing it for 2 minutes. I'll read for 2 minutes. I'll exercise for 2 minutes. I'll write for 2 minutes. Often, once you start, you'll keep going. The start is the biggest breakthrough. Break tasks into smaller pieces. If a task feels overwhelming, divide it into small chunks. Instead of, I'll write a full report, say, I'll write just the headings in 5 minutes. Instead of, I'll clean the whole room, say, I'll just clean the table. Smaller pieces, don't scare the mind. Set deadlines for yourself. Give yourself a time limit like, I'll finish this by 6 p.m. today, and treat it like a promise you'd make to someone else. If you start keeping promises to yourself, nothing can stop you. Block distractions. While working, keep your phone away, turn off notifications, and keep your surroundings clean. Fewer distractions mean less procrastination. Reward yourself. Every time you complete a small task, celebrate. Eat something you like, take a 10-minute break, or just tell yourself, well done, you won today. These small wins build the foundation for big successes. Procrastination might feel good now, but it leads to regret later. Doing the work might feel hard now, but it brings pride and peace later. Every time your mind says, let's start tomorrow, tell it, no, let's do 2 minutes right now. This small change can transform your life. Let's move to Chapter 4. How to improve focus when your mind wanders constantly. Have you ever sat down to do something important, but 10 minutes later you're watching reels on your phone? Or you're holding a book, but your mind is elsewhere? Or you can't remember things because your focus is scattered? In today's world, a wandering mind isn't a disease. It's a habit. And until we recognize it, we can't do anything deeply. The biggest problem today is we can't focus fully on anything, whether it's studies, work, conversations, or relationships. We're always lost in something. Our phones, social media, memories, worries, the future, or comparisons. And in this chaos, the task at hand slips away. A scattered mind is like driving a fast car in thick fog. No matter how good the car is, you can't reach your destination without seeing the road. Focus isn't magic. It's a practice, a habit. And the good news is, this habit can be learned and improved. Focus simply means doing what's important in this moment and shutting out everything else for a while. Focus doesn't mean your mind won't wander. It means you stay on task, even when it does. A wandering mind is human nature. Our mind is like a monkey, jumping from one branch to another. But if you learn to tame it, this same mind can take you wherever you want to go. Imagine if someone worked for just 2 hours a day without distractions. They'd achieve more than someone working 10 hours aimlessly. Why? Because every minute of focused work is deep and effective. Here are some simple but powerful ways to improve your focus. One task, one time. We often think we can multitask, reading emails while on a call, watching a video while eating. But the truth is, multitasking ruins both your work quality and concentration. Do one thing at a time and do it with your whole heart. Set a time and place for work. Our mind picks up signals from our environment. If you work at the same place and time every day, your mind will associate that time and place with focus. This small habit becomes a big strength. Practice mindfulness. Take 5 minutes daily, morning or night, to sit quietly. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. This trains your mind to stay in control. Digital detox. When working on something important, turn off your phone's data, silence notifications, and hide distracting apps. Every notification breaks your focus, and it takes 10 minutes to get back on track. Use focus music or white noise. Some people focus better with light music, like instrumental beats or nature sounds. This works especially well in noisy environments. Take breaks. Every 25 to 30 minutes. Using the Pomodoro technique, work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This keeps your mind fresh and helps you focus longer. A wandering mind isn't a flaw, but ignoring it is like stopping your own progress. Your focus is your greatest strength. Every successful person knows how to focus deeply on one thing. If you master this skill, you can achieve any dream. Let's move to Chapter 5. Self-control, how to make your mind say yes when your heart says no. Have you ever told yourself, I'll just take one bite and then start my diet? Or, I'll watch one episode today and study tomorrow. Or, I'll scroll on Instagram for a bit and then work. But that just once never stops. Every day we try to control ourselves, but our mind gives in. So the question is, can we learn to control ourselves? Is there an art to managing the mind? The answer is yes, and that's what we'll learn today. Inside us, there are two voices. One says, get up, work hard, and the other says, not now, rest, we'll do it tomorrow. The second voice often wins because it's more comforting, more tempting. But this voice becomes our biggest enemy. We know what's right, but we eat junk food. We know staring at the phone too long is bad, but we can't look away. We know studying is important, but we get lost on YouTube. We have the knowledge, but not the control. Self-control is a superpower. It's the strength that reigns in your desires, so you can keep moving toward your goals. And the best part? No one is born with this power. It's learned. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Without self-control, no matter how big your goals are, you'll always turn back halfway. A lack of self-control forces us to chase instant pleasures. The moment temptation arises, eating sweets, watching videos, sleeping, or gossiping, our mind says, just a little won't hurt. But it does hurt, because just a little over and over sets your life back significantly. Here are some practical ways to start controlling your mind. Identify your triggers. Everyone has moments when they give in, like boredom, fatigue, loneliness, or stress. Notice when and why you slip so you can be prepared. Ask yourself, is this taking me closer to my goals? Every time you're tempted by a bad habit, ask this question. It brings your mind back to reality. Use the if-then strategy. Make a plan. If I feel like opening Instagram, I'll take 5 deep breaths and drink water. If I crave something sweet, I'll eat an apple. This gives your brain a new path. Hide temptations. Out of sight, out of mind. Keep your phone in another room. Don't buy junk food. Uninstall distracting apps. When things aren't in front of you, your mind forgets them. Celebrate small wins. Every time you control yourself, reward yourself. Mark a tick, give yourself a small treat, or just say, you did it. This builds positive energy. Practice saying no once a day. Every day, say no to one thing that harms you, whether it's junk food, excessive phone use, or gossip. Each no builds the power to say yes to your goals and future. Self-control doesn't mean killing your desires. It means becoming their master, not their slave. When your heart says, don't do it today, let your mind say, no, you can do it and you will. As you keep doing this, you'll see yourself reaching new heights, where your life is truly in your hands. Let's move to Chapter 6. Setting and achieving goals. Turn your dreams into a system. Have you ever had a dream that's still unfulfilled? I want to get fit. I want to open my own shop. I want a big job. I want to write a book. But year after year, that dream remains a dream. Why? Because just dreaming isn't enough. You need to turn it into a goal and then into a system. People often get excited about their dreams, but the real challenge comes when they need to take step-by-step action. Sometimes we don't even set a clear goal. Sometimes we work hard for a day, then do nothing for days. Sometimes we focus on easy tasks and ignore the important ones. Slowly, our dream fades, and we think, maybe it wasn't meant for me. But the truth is, without a goal and a system, no dream can become reality. Setting a goal and turning it into a system is the real key to making your dreams come true. A dream is a destination. A goal is the date you'll reach it. A system is the small right step you take every day. A goal gives you direction, but a system is the path that takes you there. Imagine you need to walk 1 kilometer. You know the way, that's your goal. But if you just keep looking and don't walk, will you reach your destination? Number. Taking 1 step each day gets you there. Similarly, if you say, I want to top my exams, but don't make a timetable or a study routine, that dream will stay in your mind. Just setting a goal isn't enough. Breaking it into small parts and doing something daily is what changes the game. Here are some simple, effective ways to turn your big dreams into a daily system. Make your goal clear and measurable. Instead of, I want to get fit, say, I want to lose 5 kilograms in 3 months. Instead of, I want to be rich, say, I want to save $1,000 in 6 months. The clearer the goal, the clearer your mind will be. Break your goal into smaller parts. Big goals feel scary. Break them into small steps. If you want to write a book, write 1 page a day, 5 pages a week, and in 2 months, you'll have a first draft. Small steps, big results. Focus on process goals, not just results. Don't just think, I need to lose 5 kilograms in 6 months. Think, I'll walk 30 minutes daily and avoid sugar. The result will come if the process is right. Create a vision board or write in a diary. See your goal daily. Feel it daily. Put up a chart in your room, write in a notebook, or draw a picture. The more you see it, the more seriously your mind takes it. Track your progress. Write down what you did each day, what you didn't do, and what can be improved. This tracking is a mirror of your honesty. Use a habit tracker or don't break the chain method. Take a calendar. Every day you work on your goal, mark an X. Slowly, a chain forms. Your job is to not break that chain. This trick feels like a game to your mind, and you'll keep working consistently. Make rules. Rely on a system, not your thoughts. If you keep thinking, should I do it today? You'll never build a strong habit. A system says, I have to do it whether I feel like it or not. Dreaming is easy. Setting a goal is a bit harder. But turning it into a system is the real work. If you keep moving forward little by little each day, no dream is too big. What you repeat daily becomes your life. So don't leave your dreams on the pillow. Turn them into steps, into a system, and watch your life change. Let's move to Chapter 7. Dealing with mental fatigue and laziness. How to get up, even when you don't feel like it. Has this ever happened to you? The morning alarm rings, but you don't feel like getting up. An important task is waiting, but your mind says, do it later. Your body isn't tired, but your mind says, don't do anything today. This is mental fatigue and laziness, something neither sleep nor coffee can fix. It creeps in silently, drains us from within, and slowly extinguishes the fire of our goals. Often people think, if I'm lazy, maybe I'm not meant to be hardworking. But the truth is, everyone gets caught in this trap at some point. This isn't just laziness. It's mental exhaustion that's eating your energy from the inside. You think too much and do too little. You try to fix everything at once, and you end up tiring yourself out. Then the cycle of procrastination begins, delaying, retreating, blaming yourself, and eventually losing trust in yourself. Laziness or mental fatigue isn't a weakness. It's a signal. Your mind is saying, my battery is low, I need attention. The way to fight this is to listen, understand, and take small steps to stand up again. Our mind is like a computer. If you keep feeding it stress, overthinking, procrastination, and the poison of social media, it will hang. You might look active on the outside, but inside, you're on low battery mode. This is when you feel no motivation. Every task feels heavy. You get irritated with yourself, feeling guilty. Why can't I do anything? And the worst part? You know what you need to do, but you still don't do it. This breaks your confidence, and you start feeling weak. But here's where the biggest breakthrough lies. If you learn to overcome this phase, nothing can stop you. Here are some ways to pull yourself out of mental burnout and get back on track. Use the 2-minute rule. When you don't feel like doing anything, tell yourself, I'll do this for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of studying, 2 minutes of walking, 2 minutes of cleaning. Often, after 2 minutes, your mind says, keep going, because starting is the hardest part. Digital detox. Take a break from screens, phones, and social media. silently drain your energy. Every reel, notification, and comparison tires your mind. Take at least 1 hour daily away from screens. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. You'll feel your mind lighten. Feel, don't do. When you don't feel like doing anything, instead of blaming yourself, sit down, close your eyes, and ask, what do I need? Maybe you need fresh air, a clear sky, or just 10 minutes of silence. Understanding your emotions reduces fatigue. Set a minimum task. You don't need to do the whole task. Just do the bare minimum. I'll read 1 paragraph today. I'll do 10 push-ups. I'll just open the file. The minimum feels easier, and slowly you'll do more. Refresh your routine. Sometimes mental fatigue comes from a boring routine. Add variety, drink your morning tea on the balcony, change your music, go for a walk at a different time. Small changes give your mind new energy. 1 task at a time. When you try to do many things at once, your mind gets overloaded. Decide, I'll do just this one thing now, the rest later. Single tasking means more focus, less fatigue. Take care of your body. Often mental fatigue stems from dehydration, poor sleep, or lack of nutrition. Sleep at least 7 hours, drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily, and move, walk, stretch. A healthy body keeps the mind fresh. When you don't feel like doing anything, don't think you're weak. Think of it as your system asking for rest. Fight laziness wisely. Don't resist it. Listen to it, understand it, and slowly conquer it. Even a small step is brave when getting up feels heavy. So the next time your mind says, don't do anything, smile and say, I'll do just a little. That's where your comeback begins. Let's move to Chapter 8. Dealing with negative thinking and self-doubt. What to do when you lose faith in yourself. Sometimes it feels like we've become our own worst enemies. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Why do I always fail? Everything is falling apart. What should I do? These are the voices in our head, turning against us. This is self-doubt and negative thinking taking over. When we fail repeatedly, when our efforts go unnoticed, or when we start comparing ourselves to others, our belief in ourselves slowly breaks. And then we wonder, can I really achieve anything? This is where overthinking, negative self-talk, guilt, and giving up begin. This is the most dangerous turning point, because when you lose to yourself, no victory in the world can save you. Negative thinking and self-doubt aren't diseases. They're just obstacles your mind has created. It's like fog on a car's windshield while driving. Do you stop driving? No, you clean the glass. That's what you need to do. Clear the fog from your thoughts. Every person, even the greatest leaders, writers, athletes, and business people, has felt at some point, I can't do this. The difference is, some people give in to that thought, while others question it. Am I really a failure? Or am I learning? Is this my last try? Doesn't everyone take time to reach their destination? When you learn to talk to yourself, that voice saying, you can't do it, starts to change into, why can't you do it? Here are some simple, effective ways to overcome negative thinking and self-doubt and reignite your belief in yourself. Don't think, write. Put your fears on paper. Instead of overthinking, write down, why don't I believe in myself? What am I afraid of? What can I do? When you externalize your fears, they lose their power. Remember your small wins. We all achieve something, but we forget. Keep a diary where you write down what you've done well, helped someone, overcame a fear, learned something new, restarted after a failure. Reading these reminds your mind, You're not a loser. Compare yourself only to yourself. Comparison kills confidence. When you compare yourself to others, you see their success, but not their struggle. Compare yourself to who you were 3 months ago. That's real growth. Imagine what you'd tell a friend. When your mind is criticizing you, think, if my friend said this, what would I say? You'd probably say, no, you're trying, you're not failing. This is just a phase, you'll get through it. Be as kind to yourself as you would to a friend. Challenge negative thoughts. Ask questions. When your mind says, I'm a failure, ask, does every failure mean I'm worthless? When it says, what will people think? Ask, are people living my life for me? Break negative thoughts with questions. They'll start fading. Action cures. Doubt. Do something. Anything. When your mind says, nothing's working, do something small, clean your room, take a 10-minute walk, call a friend, study a bit. Every small action tells your mind, I'm still in control. Share your journey. Don't struggle alone. Sometimes just saying, I'm not okay, I'm doubting myself, helps. Talk to a friend, sibling, teacher, or online community. You're not alone. Millions are fighting this battle. Those who share it, turn it into strength. Self-doubt comes when we forget ourselves. But remember, the fire inside you is still there. It's just covered in ash. Blow it away and reignite it. You're the same person who has overcome challenges before, and you can do it again. Every time your mind says, you can't do it, say loudly, watch me, I'll do it now. Let's move to Chapter 9. The Power of Concentration. How to stay focused without getting distracted. Have you ever wondered how some people can stay immersed in one task for hours? Notifications from Instagram don't shake them. WhatsApp beeps don't distract them. They just keep working. Meanwhile, we start a task, but within 10 minutes we're checking our phone, making tea, watching Netflix, and then drowning in guilt. The truth is, concentration isn't a superpower. It's a habit. Today's biggest problem is distraction. Every 5 seconds the phone buzzes. Every 10 minutes a new browser tab opens. And in between tasks, our mind wanders off. We have goals, plans, dreams, but we lack focused action to achieve them. When tasks remain incomplete, we blame ourselves. I can't do anything. I'm useless. Focus means being fully present in the moment. When you're studying, it's just studying. No phone, no overthinking, no distractions. This happens when you train your mind to return from distractions. Focus doesn't mean you'll never wander. It means you come back quickly when you do. Our mind is like a monkey jumping from branch to branch. The question isn't why it jumps. It's how we keep it on one tree. Here's the truth. No one is born with concentration. It's learned through small practices. Here are some easy ways to train your mind to stay focused. Digital detox. Before starting work, turn off notifications, put your phone on silent or airplane mode, and keep it out of sight. If you're checking Instagram every 15 minutes, how will you focus? Pomodoro technique. Tell your mind, just 25 minutes, then a break. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and after 4 cycles, take a 15 to 20-minute break. This prevents burnout and keeps your mind engaged. Make a limited to-do list. When your mind has 100 tasks, it can't focus on one. Every morning, write down just 3 tasks you must complete today. When your mind asks, what next? Refer to the list and return. Set a time and place for focus. If you work at the same time and place daily, your mind will automatically switch to focus mode at that time. For example, study from 7 to 9 a.m. Or plan your day at 9 p.m., not on your bed, but at a desk or corner. Practice breathing for focus. Take 5 minutes daily, sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, bring it back. This teaches your mind to return to the task. Avoid multitasking. Multitasking is a myth. If you're studying while checking Instagram, your mind is split, and neither task gets done well. Single tasking leads to deep focus and better results. Use the morning wisely. The morning, when your mind is fresh, has the least distractions. Dedicate the first hour to your most important task. Keep the phone away and focus. A focused morning sets the tone for a victorious day. Focus isn't magic. It's daily practice. When you get distracted, don't curse yourself. Instead, say, "Let's start again." Winners are those who return after wandering. Let's move to Chapter 10. How to go the distance with self-discipline. Make discipline a lifestyle. Have you ever watched a train driver? They follow the same route day and night, never looking left or right, just staying on track. That's their job. Now imagine if they stopped at every station thinking, "I don't feel like taking this route today." Would they reach their destination? Number this is the difference between an ordinary person and a disciplined one. We all have big dreams, becoming successful, getting fit, being the best student. But there's a huge gap between wanting something and doing something for it every day. We start, but after 4 days we think, "I'm not in the mood, I'm tired, I'll definitely start tomorrow." And that's where it all ends. Why? Because there's no discipline in our lives. Discipline doesn't just mean waking up early or reading a book. It means keeping a promise to yourself every day without excuses, without delays. Discipline pulls you out of your moods and into the world of action. Moods change, but discipline stays. You've seen it. Many talented people don't succeed because they're not consistent. Meanwhile, some less talented people keep moving forward little by little and win because they've made discipline a habit. Here are some effective ways to make discipline a part of your life. Make micro goals. Think small, achieve big. If you make a huge plan, you'll feel scared. Break your goal into tiny parts. I'll study for 20 minutes today. I'll walk for 15 minutes. I'll write 1 page. Small steps are easier to repeat daily. Create a fixed routine. Work at the same time every day. Train your mind that this time is for this task, like waking up at 6 a.m., exercising from 7 to 8, studying at 9 p.m., and sleeping at 10 p.m. When your body and mind adapt to a pattern, discipline forms naturally. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Repetition is discipline. The first day feels hard, the second day feels boring, the third day feels better, and by the 21st day, it becomes your identity. Remember your why. Every day, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I serious about my future? Does my family expect this from me? Have I promised myself? When your reason is strong, the path forms itself. Identify and break excuses. Every time your mind says, "Let's skip today," ask, "Is this an excuse or the truth?" 99% of the time, it's an excuse. Then tell yourself, "I'm not someone who makes excuses." Find an accountability partner. Tell a friend, sibling, or online group what you're doing. Say, "If I don't do this today, remind me," or "I'll report to you daily." When someone's watching, you become more disciplined. Celebrate progress, but in moderation. Every time you hit a small target, reward yourself. Watch a favorite movie, eat something you like, rest. Discipline doesn't mean being boring. It means finding balance. Discipline isn't punishment. It's a way to love yourself. When you keep your small promises daily, you become someone you're proud of. So the next time your mind says, let's do it tomorrow, tell yourself, no, we'll do it today, because I'm someone who keeps promises. Let's move to the final chapter, Chapter 11. How to maintain complete self-discipline in life. Stay away from distractions. Move toward your goals. A student once asked his teacher, I've started being disciplined, but how do I maintain it for life? The teacher smiled and said, discipline is like a car. You need to fuel it daily with intention, dreams, and courage. This applies to all of us. Starting discipline is easy, but maintaining it lifelong is the real achievement. Often we begin well, stay disciplined for a few weeks, but then old habits creep back. Mornings feel heavy, phone notifications seem more interesting, and the mind says, rest a little. The cycle starts again. The biggest challenge is staying disciplined when no one's watching. Complete self-discipline doesn't mean you'll never stray. It means you can return quickly after straying. Life will bring obstacles, but those who know how to get up and keep going become winners. Imagine planting a seed in a garden. The first day, nothing shows. The second day, nothing. The third day, the soil shifts slightly, and on the fourth day, a small green sprout appears. That's discipline. At first, you see nothing, but every small daily effort transforms your life over time. People who truly achieve something aren't perfect. They're just experts at keeping promises to themselves. Here are some simple, effective ways to make discipline a lifelong habit. Monthly self-check. Every month, pick a day to ask yourself, am I on the right path? Did I meet my targets last month? Do I need to improve any habits? This reflection keeps you from straying. Keep a progress journal. Write daily what you did, how it felt. Every night, take 5 minutes to note, what was my best task today? When did I lose focus? What can I do better tomorrow? This keeps you consciously disciplined. 005430. Use motivation as fuel. Every day, spend 10 minutes listening to or watching something that reminds you why you started. A motivational video, a book page, old notes. Motivation is as necessary daily as brushing your teeth. Shift your identity. See yourself as the person you want to be. Don't say, I need to be disciplined. Say, I am a disciplined person. When your identity changes, your decisions change automatically. Monthly distraction detox. Once a month, take a full digital break. No phone, no social media, just connect with yourself. This recharges your focus. Remind yourself of your long-term vision daily. Every morning, read your goal. Stick it on your wall, table, phone screen, everywhere. When your vision is always in sight, your mind wanders less. Love and forgive yourself. If you make a mistake or break discipline, don't blame yourself. Say, it's okay, I'll start again. Disciplined people aren't those who never fall. They're those who always get up. Self-discipline isn't a burden. It's a shield that protects your dreams. When you plant small seeds of discipline daily, they grow into a harvest of big results. So, make a promise to yourself today. I'll believe in myself. I'll get better every day, and I'll never give up. Because the greatest winner in the world is the one who conquers themselves.